Hey everyone, this is Movie Reviews for Life, and it is time for my Batman and Robin movie and DVD review. Basically, what happened was Batman Forever was a huge hit. Okay, it kicked ass in the box office. It was very popular on video. So Warner Bros. Quickly decided to go with another film. However, there was still some dark elements in Batman Forever. Some of them they took out, some of them they kept in. And they wanted to make the film kid-friendly. Even Joel Schumacher attests to this. He doesn't apologize for making the film. But, he, at times during the commentary, he does apologize for allowing Warner Brothers to take over the film so much to where it's like, what's the point in even having a director? And what happens is we get a live action within the world of Tim Burton / Joel Schumacher version of the Adam West TV series from the 60s. Even Michael Uslan during the documentary that's put on this on the second disc points to the fact that each subsequent film within the series takes an era of Batman and is adapted from it, and this just happens to be adapted from the 60s Batman comic books. So it's very pun-filled, very kind of like corny type of dialogue, which Arnold Schwarzenegger gets a big fill of it, and so does Uma Thurman. But basically, let me get to the review. It's Batman and Robin. Alright, before I even get into it, I'm going to give the rating now. I'm going to give it about 2 out of 5 because in terms if you look at it in terms of the 1960s, it is a pretty good film. It's not Batman the movie starring Adam West and Burt Ward. It's not that at all. But George Clooney fits the role well in terms of the way the character was written, but it still makes a lot of mistakes. I mean, the Nostalgia Critic, which is kind of the movie version of the Angry Video Game Nerd, he made a video on how bad he thought this film was, and he makes a lot of good points. 10 minutes into the film, you're already scratching your head at all the ice puns that freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger is giving as Mr. Freeze. Uma Thurman is supposed to be Poison Ivy in the comic books is supposed to be considered the most beautiful woman in the world. Uma Thurman is gorgeous, but she's far from the most beautiful woman in the world. So I don't know why she was cast in the role. Alicia Silverstone, there's no fucking point into why she's in the film. She's okay in the role, but there's no reason why. There's 3 scenes in the film with her in it. There's the introduction scene of us meeting her, which she's not even Barbara Gordon anymore. She's Alfred's niece. Okay, then we get a scene where we find out she's reckless. Okay, and then we get a scene where she discovers the Batcave. Yes, I know. There's a scene where her and Alfred are walking, and we find out why Alfred's still within the house and everything else. But those are the 3 main scenes, okay? And then, of course, we get the fight scene, so there's 4 scenes. What is the point in her being in the film? I mean, really, what is the point? The film, there's no, except for giving little girls somebody to look up to, which could have actually been done in the right way, which is introduce her in the film, and then have her come back in the next film and have her become a hero. I mean, you already have Batman and Robin. Most of the film is spent on the villains and Batman and Robin's jealousy of each other over Poison Ivy because of the love-induced thing, Chris O'Donnell returns as Robin, and he does an okay job. We get George Clooney, like I said before, playing Batman. He's okay in the role for the role that he was written. He was actually doing this and ER at the same time, so he's, at times you can kind of see he's kind of worn out. There's a lot of scenes where he's sitting down. It's not really as much of a physical as it was in the other films. Pat Hingle and Michael Gough, this would make their last time playing Commissioner Gordan and Alfred Pennyworth. There's this whole McGregor syndrome thing that's thrown in there as another subplot to an already plotted out film as it is. McGregor is named after the producer who produced this one and produced Batman Forever along with Tim Burton. Tim Burton's out of this. You can tell there's no influence of Tim Burton whatsoever. There's not really much more I can say. You got Bane in the film, which I actually enjoyed the character of Bane from the little bit that I've read in the comics and from the cartoon TV series. So I didn't really enjoy his character in this because he's very dumbed down. He's put in as somewhat of nothing more than a henchman, and he's much more than a henchman. We do get an appearance by John Glover, who would later on play Lionel Luthor in Smallville. He plays the guy who actually pushes Ivy into the vat of chemicals that causes her to become Poison Ivy. Elle MacPherson is in the film. Once again, don't know why. Once again, we're getting a James Bond type Batman. Every new film has to have a new girl. There's not even an explanation as to what happened to Chase Meridian. Just like there's no, we already know what happened with Catwoman, going into Batman Forever. But there's no explanation as to what happened to Chase Meridian. There's not even a mention of her. We get, of course, the little tease that there might be a Batman vs. Superman movie, because we get another reference to Metropolis. In Batman Forever, there's a reference when Bruce Wayne says the circus must be halfway to Metropolis by now, and in this one, we get This Is Why Superman Works Alone. Okay, but moving on, like I said, 2 out of 5. Moving on to the special features. Commentary by Joel Schumacher. Once again, he's very fun to listen to. It makes it worth watching the film again, just from his commentaries. Okay, we get Shadows of the Bat, the Cinematic Saga of the Dark Knight, Part 6, Batman Unbound, which this is the last addition to it, even though there are 2 other movies that I'm going to review. You get one deleted scene called Alfred's Lost Love. It's actually it's part of an extended scene from when we first meet Barbara. Okay, then we get Beyond Batman Documentary Gallery again. Bigger, Bolder, Brighter, the production design of Batman and Robin. Maximum Overdrive, the vehicles of Batman and Robin. Dress to Thrill, the costumes of Batman and Robin. Frozen, Freaks, and Femme Fatales, the makeup of Batman and Robin. Freeze Frame, the visual effects of Batman and Robin. And just like in all the other videos, I'm not really too big on the technical documentaries a lot. We also get 4 music videos, which surprisingly the soundtrack is actually better than the movie. We get The End is the Beginning is the End by the Smashing Pumpkins, which the original version of this song is actually used in the Watchmen movie. This is actually, from what I heard, the remix of it. Foolish Games by Jewel, which is an okay song. I'm not really big into country, but it's got kind of a good chorus. Gotham City. Now we don't get the remix version of the video or the song. We get the original version of Gotham City by R. Kelly. Then we get Look Into My Eyes by Bone Thugs and Harmony, which Bone Thugs and Harmony is one of those classic hip hop bands that's still going out strong. I really do enjoy their music, and I do remember seeing this come on MTV. This is actually the only song I remember coming on MTV a lot. The rest of the songs, I didn't really see that much. Finally, we get the Heroes and Villain Profile Galleries. And that's really about it. It's 2 discs. It is filled, pretty good. I would say if you're going to get this, get it. Just get the box set, because there's really, I would not spend $20-something on this. I only spent about $45 on the box set, and if you bought these individually, you'd be spending about $80, because they're about $20-something each, because it's 2 discs. So definitely, if you're gonna pick this up, just get the box set. You get a cool little box set to put it in. All right, and I will be back either later or tomorrow with my Batman Begins and then Dark Knight review. I do plan on reviewing the cartoon movies I have, as well as ones I don't have but I've seen. But that's not going to come until later because I want to move on to a couple of other things first. I don't want to be stuck into Batman land the whole time. So stay tuned for those, and I will catch you later.